Football's entire evolution, from leather to tech, all the changes. More than simply a sport, football is a worldwide marvel, a shared passion that unites billions of supporters. Yet, are you familiar of how football evolved throughout time? From being a game involving a substantial leather ball to the modern-day entertainment we witness today, football has seen remarkable changes, similar to the game itself. We'll go deep into the history of football in this video, covering everything from the introduction of leather balls to the state-of-the-art technology that presently influences each game. Keep watching, because what you're going to discover will totally change your view on the lovely game. In the past 150 years, football has evolved more than you could ever imagine. We're going to look at the amazing evolution of football in this video, from the primitive leather and animal bladder balls to the modern, highly advanced football and gear. You'll see how technological advances, innovation, and technology have changed not just how the game is played, but also how we, as spectators, enjoy it. Not just history enthusiasts are going to enjoy this evolution. You'll have a whole new respect for the game you love once you see how significantly it has evolved. You'll realize that football is more than just a sport. It's an evolving art form, if you understand where it all began and how far it's gone. Leather to synthetic balls. Let us take you back to the earliest days of football. Imagine, it is the mid-1800s, and football is a game played with a ball made from animal bladders. Yes, you heard that right, animal bladders. These early footballs were wrapped in leather, which gave them a bit more structure, but they were still prone to splitting open mid-game. They were heavy, misshapen, and difficult to control. Absolutely nothing like the footballs we know today. Early footballs were nothing less than a mess. They were made from inflated pig bladders encased in leather. These primitive balls were not only inconsistent in size and shape, but also in weight. But as football gained more and more viewers, the demand for a more reliable and standardized ball grew. By the late 19th century, Charles Goodyear, yes, the same guy behind the Goodyear Tire Company, changed the game with the invention of vulcanized rubber. This allowed for the creation of a more uniform, durable football with an internal rubber bladder. But even these early improvements had their drawbacks. The leather used to cover the balls would absorb water, making them significantly heavier during wet conditions. In some cases, the ball would double in weight, which would make heading the ball a dangerous task. Players often walked away from matches with concussions or other head injuries. That is an unfortunate reality of early football. The Adidas Telstar and modern innovation. The Adidas Telstar, the first football created especially for the FIFA World Cup, released in 1970, nevertheless marked a true breakthrough in football design. The renowned black and white ball was created to be easier to see on black and white TVs, but innovation went beyond just how it looked. The Telstar ball was a significant advancement in ball technology. It had 32 panels that assembled into an almost perfect sphere, and it was the first football ever made with television viewing in mind. This was important because football had transcended from being a game played on a field to a global spectacle with millions of supporters watching from home. The World Cup had become a global event. Since then, there has been an arms race and innovation in football design. By the 2000s, balls with just 14 curved panels that produced a more predictable flight path were being utilized, as the Adidas Team Geist balls from the 2006 World Cup. Additionally, in recent years, balls with chips inserted inside to measure movement and offer real-time data on speed, rotation, and trajectory have become more common. One example of this is the Adidas Telstar 18. Football is now a game where precision engineering and cutting-edge technology collide, as opposed to being played with awkward hand-stitched leather balls. Boots, from leather heels to lightweight armor. It's not just the ball that has evolved. Football boots also have their own story of transformation. In the early days of football, players used heavy leather boots that were more suited for manual labor than athletic performance. These boots were bulky, uncomfortable, and risky, featuring hard toes and metal studs. The initial version of football boots weighed close to 500 grams and provided very little comfort or flexibility. They were more similar to work boots. The limitations of their equipment caused players to rely entirely on their strength to compete, and these boots frequently resulted in serious injuries. Imagine attempting to sprint or dribble while wearing boots that felt more at home in a factory than a football field. The 1950s saw the first big shift in boot technology when brands like Adidas introduced lighter, more flexible boots. The screw-in stud system was developed, allowing players to adjust their boots depending on the weather and pitch conditions. This innovation gave players an edge that is now helping the players to adapt to changing environments without sacrificing stability. Lightweight boots and speed-enhancing technology. However, the introduction of synthetic materials in the 1990s brought about the true revolution in football boots. Adidas Predator boot featured unique leather patches that improved spin and turn. Players were able to control the ball more effectively. Gone were the days of bulky, cumbersome footwear. Football boots made nowadays are made with an emphasis on precision, speed, and agility. Modern technology is used by companies like Nike and Adidas to make boots that are responsive, breathable, and lightweight. For example, the synthetic upper of the Nike Mercurial series, which fits the foot like a second skin to save weight and let players to move with previously unheard of agility, is built for maximum speed. Protection is no longer the only priority. Improving performance is as well. Jerseys, from cotton to smart fabrics. Talking about football jerseys, early football jerseys were composed of thick cotton that collected sweat and made players feel heavy throughout the game. Can you picture yourself running around in a heavy, wet cotton shirt for 90 minutes? It makes sense that modern kits are constructed of incredibly breathable, light materials to keep players dry and comfortable. Football uniforms evolved in the 1970s by polyester blends, which made them lighter, more durable, and more comfortable to wear. By the turn of the century, a player's outfit had become an integral aspect of their game. Data-driven performance. On the other hand, advanced training kits are a part of football's digital revolution and do more for players than just keep them appealing. Managers can monitor players' heart rates, distance traveled, and levels of fatigue in real time. Technology's impact on the game itself. The rise of VAR and goal line tech. Not only has technology changed the equipment used by players, but it has also altered the game itself. Do you recall those controversial incidents where a ball might have crossed the goal line or not? Or when, by the thinnest of margins, a player was given offside? Those days are coming to an end. Goal line technology has changed the game in 2012 by giving referees a convincing response on whether the ball had crossed the line. A clear, correct choice made in real time. The days of presumption are long gone in modern football. Goal line technology and VAR. Then came VAR, Video Assistant Referee Technology. Though it might be controversial at times, leaving the fans enraged, but still, VAR has become a crucial part of modern football. It allows referees to review critical decisions using video footage, ensuring that offside calls, penalties, and red cards are all based on clear, undeniable evidence. From its humble beginnings, football has evolved significantly. Innovation has changed the sport from leather balls and bulky boots to modern technology and data-driven performance. The evolution of football is influencing not only the history, but also the potential future of the loved game. So, next time you're watching a football match, remember that every ball kicked, every boot worn, every goal scored, it is all part of a century-long journey of evolution. From its leather-clad origins to the cutting-edge technology shaping today's game, football has undergone a remarkable transformation. What began as a simple sport has evolved into a global phenomenon driven by innovation. As technology continues to push boundaries, the future of football promises even more exciting developments, ensuring its enduring legacy for generations to come. Are you interested in exploring football and its passionate fan base further? Don't miss our next videos. It's packed with insights that you won't ever want to miss.